You've been single for months, maybe even more than a year. And you've been doing all of this work. You've been doing your work on your sensuality. You've been better at taking compliments. You have been more invested in your beauty and your upkeep and taking care of yourself. You feel like you got your boundaries on place, girl. Everything is on the up and up, and you're like, I want to be prepared for that healthy relationship that is around the corner. And then you meet someone and he gives you the tingle. You know the tingle, girl. However, you're also getting all of this information today about you should be looking for someone that does not disrupt your nervous system. Got it. And you are teetering between this feels really good, but is this good for me because I don't want to be this excited? Should I be feeling this excited? Should I be feeling this excited in the places that I'm feeling this excited in? And it becomes very confusing. I completely understand that feeling because I spent a long time doing the inner work after childhood sexual abuse and adulthood, wanting to be a healthy sexual woman, being celibate, wanting to be present for the next healthy relationship, having not been in a relationship for months, having not had sex in about a year, and also engaging with someone in this current moment. And you understand that while you want to be stable in your body, you don't want it to be destabilizing. So these are 2 to 3 things that you can do in order to support you in this. First, it's okay to feel something. It's okay for your body to respond. It's okay to feel like, oh my God, this feels really good. This person arouses me. They stimulate me in these ways, in these sexual, erotic ways. It's completely fine. So let's give it up for your body for doing what it's supposed to do. Two, you want to have your routine in place. Don't all of a sudden start ignoring your homegirl's call or when you're mid call with your homegirl because your boo called. Finish your tasks. Do what you need to do for yourself. Complete what you need to do for yourself. Then have some fun. Then allow yourself to have that feeling. But first, just continue on your routine and let this be a little bit of an uptick from your baseline. Do not do not engage with it so much that now receiving this person's call, receiving this person's messages, having all of these conversations becomes your baseline. Give it some space, give it some breathing room in the form of your routine first, then a little bit of arousal later. And then the third thing that I would encourage you to do is to measure the, be conservative at first about your sexuality, meaning that stay with the sexual banter, engage with it, be fully in it, do what you want with the banter, and slowly, rise up to the more deeper sexting, the video sexting. Do the sexting if you feel comfortable, if you want. But when it starts to upgrade into, I want to be on video with you and I want to do these things with you, show me a titty, show me your Gucci, all, all of that, be mindful of how you feel and be okay with sliding it to the left, meaning that you be okay to say no. Be okay to be flirty. to say things like, I'm trying to be a decent woman over the phone. I can't just give it all up. These are certain things that I have done recently, in my own connection that I have been in, and it's worked for me. So in the meantime, while you're still feeling comfortable with being so sensually and sexually present and in that relationship at that level, especially if you haven't met this person, if you're kind of still on the phone, you haven't gone anywhere, you haven't seen each other, um, be slightly reserved. It's okay. And at your own pace. Be okay to do things at your own pace. To, you know, if you want to send the video, if you want to send the photo, at your own pace and at your own comfortability. With time, with more time that you engage with just the banter, with more time with you engage with just the conversation, and allow it to be more in depth and more meaningful, where you're getting to know each other, you won't feel, once you get to the place where maybe you want to have more face to face sexual time, where that feeling that you have, that arousal, that spice, that you want to give it all up. When it comes to that point, when you start engaging, you won't feel as if you're giving so much of yourself up that you're feeling used or that you're feeling taken advantage of. Because what happens is that in the past, you gave it up too early. You got too excited, you abandoned yourself, and then you started not just sexting, but you started sending videos, you started sending pictures, you went from 0 to 100 because of this arousal. Now that you are back to a place where your baseline is not over arousal, and you have spent the time with yourself, and things are pretty calm, things are pretty copacetic, they're at an even plane, they're very evened out, they're very balanced, there's not a lot of hype going on in your life. Now that there is this something different that is coming from an external person that you're actually interested in giving your energy to, you have to remember that you still have a baseline reality and a life that you don't want to abandon, and that this is right now just something that's coming into your energetic field, and that you're allowing to penetrate you first, energetically, mentally, emotionally, and that you are engaging with, so that you can so that then you don't abandon your world, and then later you can co-create a world with them when you choose to. Because just because they're coming in doesn't mean that you have to let them in. Okay. So yeah, those are things that I'm personally learning as someone who uh, has done a lot of inner work, but also I have been subject, not anymore. I have been subject to uproot my life for love, and or what I love and sex, and wanting to be wanted, and I've learned so much from that. And I learned about what does it mean to anchor in your world and co-create a reality with someone. But when we don't have a routine for ourselves, and then when we don't also accept that we are still sexual beings, and we're still going to feel things, and we want to feel things, and feeling stimulated by someone sexually is a good indicator of attraction. That's a good sign. It's just, how do we not get lost in it? So, just a little tidbit. If you are in that place, if you don't met someone that's making you, fancy sex again, and relationship and love again, in a way that it feels tangible, and this can happen for me, don't abandon your world. Embrace that you feel something, and they're making you feel something, and you know, take it step by step. Sexual banter, some sexting, when you feel comfortable, maybe a little video, maybe some pictures in between, and then, the full Monty if it gets there. Yeah, we're all adults here. So, if that helped, let me know. And if you also need some support and how to support you in this time of staying anchored in your own world so that you don't abandon it and get lost because of wanting love and relationships and sex, link in my bio so that we can support you in really anchoring in your body, knowing what your needs are, and how to communicate them.